Hey guys, how's it going? Michael here again, and I want to show you guys a really awesome stretch for your lats and your whole entire back, even a little bit of your chest, depending on what kind of angle you hit. And to get this stretch done, you're going to need something to hang from, preferably a pull-up bar like this. If you do have one, that's the best thing to use for this. You can also accomplish the same thing with the TRX, or a pair of gymnastic rings, or even a beam in a house that you have, kind of like this one in my garage. Anything like that's going to work great. It may be a little trickier with a beam like this. I've done it before I had my pull-up bar, but honestly, if you have a pull-up bar, that's going to be the best method to use. You do want to have pretty decent grip strength. I would recommend, if you want to progress up to this, try to get it to where you can really hold on to that bar for a minimum of 30 seconds, because that's how long it takes to statically stretch out the muscles. So in order to really get all the lat loosened up, you're going to need to hold that stretch for 30 seconds. And the whole point of this stretch, if you get any kind of tension through here, right here is usually where our lats get real gummed up and real just real tight from back workouts or any kind of pulling movement we do. That's where a lot of that tension is held at, as well as right through here with the bottom of our lats. So in order to loosen all that up, what I've been doing is doing some dead hangs from my pull-up bar here every day. And the best way to do that, there's a variety of ways I'll show you here. It kind of varies on the grip you use. But essentially what you're going to want to do, just start off with either shoulder width apart or slightly wider grip. I'm going to go for the shoulder width right now. The closer together your hands are, the easier it is to keep hold of the stretch of the bar. So once you found a really good grip there, you're going to lift your legs off the floor. Just let yourself hang, but not hang. You want to activate those lats a little bit. So pull up just a little. So don't just dead hang. Pull up just slightly to activate that muscle. You're going to hold that stretch for 30 seconds. Breathing deep. And if you guys noticed, the whole time I'm doing the dead hang, I do have my knees tucked in like that. And what that does, the whole reason why we're doing that while we do this stretch, the dead hang, is because as we're hanging, the way to maximally extend that lat muscle, we're not only hanging to engage the muscle, but we're also tilting our pelvis under, which brings the very end of that lat and pulls it out as far as it can go. So the whole concept of that is we want to have that lat fully extended and then bring it past its range of motion. So tucking in those knees and really having a hollow body to where your back is arched like that, core is nice and tight, and your knees are just stuck up. That's really going to help bring those lats further apart. So there are 2 points that your lat's attached to. There's one point right here, then it runs all the way down here. So you've got to bring point A to point B as far apart as you can. And then once you're there, you want to hold that stretch. So that's why not only are you dead hanging for 30 seconds, but we're also bringing those knees up. Really get a good stretch on those lat muscles. Now the other variation I want to mention to you guys, it's also a really good idea to bring the grip really close. So if you can, bring it, my thumbs are about 5 or 6 inches apart right now. So if you do it more narrow, you're really going to feel it more down your side body. And you can kind of put your head behind your shoulders, and that's going to help hit a lot more through here. And when your head is in front of your shoulders, that's really going to hit a lot more of the back side. So let me try to explain that a little better. So as you're hanging, right, if you've got your head tucked in front of your shoulders, that's really going to open up the back body. But if you bring that head behind your shoulders, that is really going to put a lot of stretch through here, the front of the lat. It feels really good, guys. Depending on which part of your lats are sore, once you're accustomed to the stretch and how it works and how it feels in your body, you can really go back and forth between the two. And this is a huge game changer for your back, guys. If you've got some aches and pains, some stiffness in the lats, if foam rolling just isn't cutting it, if you don't find any other stretches out there, dead hang is where it's at. It also helps decompress everything in your spine. So a lot of that pressure that we have built up in our bodies, it really helps to alleviate that. It's super therapeutic for me to do. I always love doing this stretch throughout the day. I'll come out to my garage, jump on the bar for about 30 seconds at a time, do about 2 to 3 sets of that, and I am feeling awesome. I mean, it's a noticeable difference in my back, my lats, my chest. It's all awesome. So give it a shot, guys. If you can't hold it for 30 seconds, like I said, you can always progress your grip strength. If you don't want to mess with that at all, like if it's just way, way, way out in the future, if you're thinking, man, my grip sucks, I can't really get there yet, that's fine. What you can do is you can take a chair and position it directly underneath of your pull-up bar or whatever you're hanging from, and just kind of rest the front of your shoes on there, or the front of your feet. Another thing that you can do, which I prefer to do as well from time to time, it alleviates a little bit of the wear on your grip. If you've got a pull-up bar with a wall like this, what you can do is get that grip going and essentially bring yourself up like this, and then just rest there 30 seconds. And you kind of want to get your body in position like you would do a cable row or a barbell row, and it's going to really stretch out those lats in that aspect. So if you've ever done a barbell or a cable row before, just think of it kind of like that. That's the position you want to be in with your feet on the wall, to where you're really elongating those lats just using gravity. It is amazing, guys. Gravity is one of the biggest helpers when it comes to stretching. And over the years, I've done different styles of stretching, static, dynamic. I've done just tons and tons of static stretching, but a hugely effective way that I found to make stretches more effective for me is by adding a lot of weight to it. So anything that you can get really, really intense with, like this, it may seem like a lot of work up front, but man, I am telling you guys, if your grip strength is optimal right now, this is the stretch you need to be doing. This is a stretch that's really going to open up your back body, even your front body, but especially your side body through here in the lats. I mean, you're going to feel a massive, massive difference in your overhead reach. As you can see, I mean, my arms are pretty close together. I couldn't do that probably a year ago. I mean, maybe about here, if your lats are really jammed up. So it's really going to help you to elongate those, really get a lot more freedom in the side body and your back body and your chest as well. So Give those a shot, guys. I promise you they are incredible. If you do give them a shot, let me know what you think. Drop a comment down below. Tell me about your experience. Tell me what you did that was maybe a little different than what I showed here. I'd love to hear it. But also like, subscribe, check out my channel, and I look forward to seeing you guys again. Thanks.